Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to build a simple GUI application which consists two entries for the user to input, and then we will be creating this submit button. The user press this submit button, hits his or her name and age will be printed on the console. Alright, so let's take a look. My name is this and my age is this. So if I'm going to press this submit button, you can see that it has been printed in my console. Now we will also be creating some conditions that suppose that below 18 person is not allowed. Suppose there is a person called Ali and his age is 17 years old. So we will be creating a condition that this person is not allowed here. So if I'm going to press the submit button, it will be generating the warning that you are not allowed. Why? Because you are underage. If I'm going to write 18 here, now it should work. Alright, you can see that Ali has been printed. Now what if the user does not write anything in the entries and press the submit button? You can see that it is generating a error message that please enter both name and age. Alright, now what if I write here, instead of my age, I write some random strings. So if I'm going to write these random strings and then going to press the submit button, you can see that only digits are allowed in age. So basically only digits are allowed because the age must be an integer. Alright, now so these three conditions we will be building. First one, that the underage, the below 18 person is not allowed. Second, that the user cannot, the entries cannot be left empty. Alright, the third condition is that you cannot add strings in age entry. Alright, you have to write the integer or numbers in age. Alright, now let's create it from the scratch. Now let's create, first we need to import Tkinter library. Alright, as Tk. Alright, now the second, now from Tkinter we need to import ttk. Alright, so and then we are going to import the Messagebox from Tkinter library, because as we have seen earlier that we are going to create a Messagebox. So I'm using this. Now I need to import Messagebox here as mbox. You can write anything you want here. Instead of mbox, I am writing is for the message. It is representing Messagebox. Now we have imported all the things that is required. Now what we are going to do now, we are going to create a win variable. Alright, in this win variable I am going to import it as tk, as we have seen it earlier in previous videos, that this variable will be representing our Tkinter application. And then I am going to use this LabelFrame variable. So in this LabelFrame variable I am using this ttk dot LabelFrame method. So so inside this LabelFrame method, first I am going to link it with my win variable, and then I am going to write the text. The text must be contact details. Now so basically this text will be appear at the in our top of the application, because I directly link it with LabelFrame. Now what I'm going to do, I need to grid it on the screen. Alright, we have already discussed that how this grid method works. Now I need to write the raw so basically it is our first LabelFrame in whole screen. So I just need to write the column 0 and row 0. There is no need to write anything extra. So and then we have pad x and pad y. So I just need to write here pad x is equals to 40. Alright, and I can say that pet y is equals to 10. Alright, you can set it according to your screen and requirements. Alright, so now I need to create the name label. So I created a variable first, and then inside this variable I'm going to use this ttk dot label, this label method. Sorry, I need to use this label method. Alright, so inside this label method I first need to link it with this LabelFrame, the variable which I created, and then I can write here text. So basically, what is it? So basically in this text I can write here first it is the name, so I can say that enter your name please. Alright, so basically it is the input of the name. Basically it is the name entry for the user to input. Alright, so after creating this I need to use this font method. So basically in this font I can use any font I want, so I am using this. So the example that I shared with you in the start of this video, so I was using basically Times Roman font. So now I am using a different font which is called Helvetica. Alright, you can choose any font you want. You can also take it in the Word also. Alright, so let's confirm the size. I write the 14 here. Yeah, I need to create, so basically font, yes. Now I have created a name label. Now let's create the age label, which will be same as the name label, and I'm naming it age. So the enter your, instead of name I'm using age, and everything must be same as the name variable. Now alright, so what I'm saying that I'm going to use this name var as a variable and mount it with tk dot StringVar. Yes, alright, and for the same age variable I'm using it tk dot StringVar. Alright, now we need to create an entry and basically mount it with this name label. So how can we do this? So I'm going to create a variable called name entry. Alright, so in this entry I'm going to use ttk dot entry. Alright, and then yes, this LabelFrame, and I'm going to use the width. So the width I can use is 36 for my screen, and I can also write the text variable. So basically text variable I can say that we need to mount it with the name var, right? Yes, we need to mount it with the name var, and for the same I'm going to do this for the age variable. So I'm going to create a variable called age entry, and everything will be same. Instead of writing it here, I'm using it age var. Alright, now we need to grid this name label into our screen. Now for that I will be using this grid method. Alright, now this is here. Now in this grid method we need to just give row and column. So the row is 0, and I can say that column is also 0. So basically now we need to we just given the values of these row and column, and now I need to give this pedx. now pedx for me 5 is enough, and pedy is also 5. Alright, now there is another thing that I need to use, that we are basically in this name var variable, the user is going to enter something. Alright, so for this, as we have discussed this contact details, so basically there is no details that user need to enter here. Basically it is just the heading at the top of our application. Now what basically we need to grid it into a screen, and we need to enter something from the user. We are expecting to enter something basically from the user. So for this I need to use this sticky. So basically, yes, here is sticky, and I need to insert it with tk.w. Alright, yes, tk.w. It means that it has been reserved for to write. Alright, basically user is going to write something here. Now we are going to perform same things with this age label. So I just need to write this age label here. We have already created here. Now we have already given column 0 to column 0. Basically it is our raw one, and column 1 is already filled, and we are going to use the column 2. So basically we can say that we will be grid this age label into column 1. So pedx and pedy will be the same, and we will be using this same sticky tk.w. Now let's proceed further. Now we also need to grid the name entry. So basically I am going to this name entry, and then we need to grid it on the screen. So I can just use the grid method here, and the same reason I am going to move into the second row. So I am naming it raw is equals to 1, and I can say that column is equals to 0. Alright, so basically it is the second row and 0 column, I can say that. And the same pedx is equals to 5, and pedy is equals to 5, and then we have also a sticky variable which is tk.w. Alright, so we are going to perform the same operations with the age entry that we have created. So I can write here age entry and everything. So basically we have already used the column 0, so I will be proceeding with this column 1. Alright, and everything will be same so far. Now let's create the submit button. So to create this submit button, we are going to create a function. So I am naming this function submit. You can name it whatever you like. Alright, because we are going to create a button, and I am going to create a name variable, and in this name variable I am going to assign this name var dot get. Basically the value whatever the user enter in this name var variable will be stored in this name variable, and I'm going to also create a variable called age, and same for this, that whatever user will enter in this age will be stored in this age variable. Alright, because we need to print it on the console. Remember the function that we have discussed at the start of the video, that what the submit button will do, it will print all the information that user entered into console of the screen. So basically now I am going to use the if condition. So basically the first if condition, that these two things must not be emptied. What if the user did not write anything and just click the so basically what if the user did not enter any information and just click the submit button, that we can generate an error. So basically the error we can generate is like this. So if the field is empty, alright, or we can say that the age field is empty. So basically we need to use the is equal to if we are going to check the condition here, and then we can say that if these fields are empty, we can say that mbox. We have already defined it at the start of when we are importing it, Messagebox. Alright, and then show error. So basically this show error will be representing as the error message. So I am naming it error. Alright, what's the message we want to display? That please enter both name and age. Alright, so I can say that I need to enter both name and age. Now the else condition is that I need to try. So in this try I can say that age must be integer. Alright, now whatever the string that user entered, I convert it into an integer and compare it with and convert it into integer. I can say that. Now I'm going to use this except value error. So basically in this except value error, I can say that I'm going to generate the value error. So we have already discussed this except or error exception in previous videos when we were learning error and exceptions. So we are going to use it in our message box. Alright, so and then I'm going to use this mbox to display the message and again show error. So basically so basically this is the first condition, that if both fields are empty, alright, then it must show the error that please enter both name and age. So basically, and then else if the age is an integer, and if the age is not an integer, we will generate the value error. So basically I'm going to again show the error. So what the errors will be saying that, so basically this time I am not generating an error. I can just say that it is the title, and the title is saying that only digits are allowed in age. Alright, only digits are allowed in age. So we will be generating this title or as a warning. Alright, and then we can also generate else. So in this else condition, I can say that the third condition is that if age is less than if age, alright, so basically I can say that if age is less than 18, then I can generate a message box again. So in this message box I am going to again show warning. So basically this time I am using this show warning because I want it to appear as a warning because it is less than 18. Alright, so I can say that warning, comma, and then the display messages you are not allowed. You are not allowed. Alright, now, and then exclamation mark is fine. So what if user write his correct name and age and the user is above 18, then we can say that then we just need to print like. Alright, I am using a string formatting. Name and I am using the age. Now we have discussed all the parameters that we are going to be defined in this message box conditions. Now I am using the submit button. So basically first I am going to use submit button variable. So in this submit button variable, basically I am using this Tkinter.button method. So this button method will act as the button because I need to link it with my application, and then I can generate a text like, so just submit. Alright, and then after this text I can use the command. So I can use the command. So the command is that So in this command I am using this submit. Basically we have defined our function by using this name submit. Alright, so basically I am using this whenever someone press the submit button, this command will be executed and all these conditions will be checked, and after all the condition will be verified, then this will be printed on the console. Alright, it is super easy if we are going to learn it step by step. Alright, now I am using this same submit button. Alright, so and now I need to grid it on the screen. Alright, everything we are going to create, we need to grid it on the screen. Alright, now first we need to write the row. So I can say that the row must be 1, and this time basically the button I need to use the column span. So basically this column span I need to give it the column 2, and then we just need to give the pad x. We don't need to give the pad y. So I can say that pad x is equals to, I can say that 40. You can check if it will not work our way, then we can change the value. Alright, now it's time to complete main loop. We need to stop the main loop. So I have just finished creating it. So let's just summarize all of the things that we have discussed. So basically this is the message box that we will be using to display the message. We have seen in the at the start of the video that we are displaying a message box. So for this we need to import the Tkinter library, and from Tkinter library we have imported this message box as mbox. We can change the name. So and after that we have created a top heading, message, contact details, and then we have 2 entries. Alright, name and age, and then we have applied 3 conditions here, that if both the field must not be empty, otherwise it will generate an error, and then the age should be an integer, and the user must not be less than 80, and if all these 3 conditions will be checked and verified, then this will be printed on the screen. And then we are creating this submit button, and this submit button will execute all the conditions submit in the submit function when someone press the submit. Alright, now let's run this program. Control F5. So it is generating us error. What is it saying? That column span. Yes, basically we have write the wrong spelling of column, that is why it is generating an error. Now let's just fix it. So basically it is column. So I can just paste it here. So let's see if we did not make the same mistake somewhere else. column. So basically it is important, otherwise it will not read the column as a column function. Alright, now let's save it and then run this program again. Now you can see that it is generating this message box. It has 2 entries, the name and the age. Basically this font is changed because we did not use the Time Romans font. We have used this yes, we have used this Helvetica, and the size is 14. Alright, so basically it is here. So if I'm going to write my name and my age and press the submit button, it is generating again an error. What is it saying? That StringVar is not callable. Let's see. Yes, basically what I am thinking is that we forgot to use the .get method. So basically we need to use this get method to avoid these mistakes. Basically .get method basically will get the value, will store in age var and save it into age variable. Without this get method it cannot be stored. Now again Ctrl F5, let's run this program. Basically we are slowly troubleshooting the problem together and then we are going to solve it. That is what we call learning. and then again I am writing my name and age here and press the submit button. You can see that it is printing on the console. No matter how many times I am going to print it, it is printing on the console. Now I am going to remove these two, and direct it is the first condition that it should generate an error. If I am going to press the submit button, you can see that the error is generating here. Please enter both name and age. Alright, because if I am just write the name and press enter, it is that please enter both name and age, because I am using the OR condition which checks both these name field and age field also. Now what if I write here Ali, which is 15 years old, and then submit. So basically it is the third condition, that is it is generating a warning which is saying that you are not allowed. Alright, suppose someone write the random text here, alright, and then press the submit button. You can see that the title is generating that only digits, I basically misspell the spelling of the digits, are allowed in age. So let's correct the spelling of the digits. So I'm going to, yes, here I should write digits. Now it is fine. Now again run this program. Now it should be fine now. So if I write here my name and press some random, not here, here in this field press some random numbers or random characters, that only digits are allowed in age. Now it has been fixed. Now basically this is the second condition. So we can see that all things are working fine. That if I write here something above my age, above than 80, you can see that it is printing on the console. So basically in today's video we have learned that how can we apply the conditions, how to create a message box and then apply some conditions and error and exceptions handling in the message box by using this Tkinter library of Python. Alright, so I hope you learned something new from this video. See you in next video. Till then, take care.